sorry for dragging you here without warning. I've run the numbers. If we keep fighting head-on, our chances of winning are under 10%. We're up against the Sentinels of Juntian, elite enforcers who guard the Hall of Adjudication and the core of the 9 chapters. They're far stronger than any ordinary magistrate, and the 9 chapters will keep sending them reinforcements. For us drifters, we're only human. When we're wounded, we need time to heal. At this pace, the outer peaks won't hold for long. I can't just stand by while our people bleed away their strength. I'm going to take a gamble. The Labyrinth of Yanyin, a vault built by the forerunners of the Jishu sect. Back in the inventors beyond counting, their mightiest mecha puppets were vast as drifting isles, their shadows blotting out the sun as they soared. Sadly, those wonders were reduced to ash in the flames of the Battle of Shuli. This vault is one of the few legacies that survive. We built our base into this cliffside so we could study it, hoping to unlock its secrets. Rumor has it that deep within the Labyrinth of Yanyin lies a relic left by the Jishu sect's forebears. Something powerful enough to turn the tide of battle. But in all these years, no one's cracked the vault's defenses to reach the final chamber. I've tried more than once, and failed every time. Now with you here, I want to try again. Who knows? Maybe this time, we'll make it.
Got it.
Everyone's still out there fighting for their lives. We're running out of time. Let's move. If we fail, and I mean if, we can still make it back in time to help hold the line.
Hey, none of that defeatist talk! The Demon King and her trusty little minion haven't met a maze we couldn't beat! Relax, we've got this!
Pearl in the Bottle. A classic trial the Jishu sect set for its initiates. Looks like you two have done this before. I'll skip the tutorial. Defensive mecha puppets. Stay sharp.
Huh? No mechanical orbs? That's odd. Over there looks fishy. Should we take a closer look?
The whole labyrinth really is one seamless design. The founder's craftsmanship is breathtaking.
Whoa! A hidden chamber! The missing orbs have gotta be in here. Come on, little minion! Let's nail this in one go!
first mechanical orb secured. Keep this up and we'll be able to move forward. Excellent. I didn't expect us to make such quick progress. At this pace, we'll be back in time to help the others. There's a Terra Colossus guarding this room. Whatever's inside must be of great value. Bronze for bones and hidden edges in its clockwork heart. Terra Colossus strikes are brutal. Best we get around it and attack from the side. For the future, we shall face together. Vanish. I've read of its powers in the old records. This is Mechanical Nexus, the Bane. The beam it fires can activate other Jishu constructs, causing them to change according to set rules.
Woohoo! Jackpot! Let's give it a whirl, little minion!
Suyi? What's wrong? Are you worried about them?
I'm wondering if what I'm looking for is really here, or if this is all just a waste of effort. But once the arrow leaves the bow, there's no calling it back. Once you make up your mind, you must banish all doubts and give it your best shot. That's what my aunt taught me.
All right, then let's go all out. Together.
The gravity here is strange.
Whoa! I never imagined such a vast chamber hidden inside the mountain.
That's how... We're ahead should be the heart of the labyrinth. Let's head for it.
over there looks fishy. Should we take a closer look?
These bearings look like they can set the neighboring cogs in motion. Study how they interlock. See if you can piece together a path forward.
Slates just reformed. Exactly like in the painting. Amazing!
With ingenious craft, the world unfolds in myriad forms. I've heard of this miraculous technique, But to see it here with my own eyes? Honestly, if we weren't so pressed for time, I'd lock myself in here for half a month, studying every last detail before leaving. So this is the prototype of the mech bird. Brings back memories. When I was a child, I'd copy its form from picture books again and again, dreaming of riding it through the skies. Climb on. It'll carry you to the next destination.
Return to the misty sea.
Tower built entirely with mortise and pen and joinery. The craftsmanship is extraordinary.
Suyi, there's something written on that stone stele up ahead.
Okay, I didn't catch all that fancy talk, but sounds like there's a legendary weapon hidden in here.
Then we're definitely in the right place.
Once we restore the tower's master shaft, the secret of this place will be within our grasp. Come on, the others are still holding the line. We've no time to lose.
forebears go to all this trouble, building an entire underground palace, just to stash something down here.
Must be something very valuable.
Historical records suggest the labyrinth was built decades after the Battle of Shuli.
The Battle of Shuli. I've heard it mentioned a few times, but I never really knew what it was.
It was the battle that brought about the Jishu sect's downfall and the beginning of the 9 chapters corruption. I'll tell you the full story another time. We're closing in on the final truth, which is exactly when we can't afford to let our guard down.
Ganging up on us! Worship the enemies! This is really bad!
They're not actually big ants, but mimic mega puppets built in their likeness. Stay sharp.
Exactly! With all these puzzles and traps, who else but me and Little Minion could have made it this far? After all that effort, there'd better be a legendary treasure here. Don't you dare disappoint the demon!
This is another Steely.
Hey, Little Minion, this half of jade? It's a perfect match for the piece the Argent Loom dropped when it fled.
The Heavenwrought Cannon. Could it be?
Suyi, is this what you were after?
Sure is. This is the trump card we needed. Perfect. I knew we'd pull it off with you on our side.
After all this hard work, the Demon King will make a dazzling entrance they'll never forget!
Make way. We're here to turn the tide. Fox Hunter, see the falcon-shaped Jishu cannon on either side of the platform. This is the Heavenwrought Cannon. Just use the flame to mark a target, and the Heavenwrought Cannon will rain down fire. Now, feel the might of the barrage.
Exhilarating. Truly exhilarating. How did you find a way to activate the cannon? It's a godsend. With this support, I'll smash them to pieces. Ouch!
Preposterous. The outcome is yet undecided. It is far too early for such empty boasts.
Fine. Then I'll start by taking you down, Shiseo.
Ha! At last, one of our sect's ancient creations sees daylight again. So, magistrates, still got the nerve to fight us now?
A single victory hardly shifts the grand design. Craft and contrivance are but trifles before the mandate of heaven.
Trouble! Taishu Mausoleum is under attack! All units fall back!
The second symbol, Thor. Essence to embrace, facade to renounce, disbandment for the whole. A marsh strives for the mountain's sake. One loss to preserve the whole.
My head.
Not bad! I'll go first. You asked for it. That was incredible! Wow! Elegant arc, flawless aim, and
Hey! Are you praising my little minion or drooling over your sect's fan?
well, our predecessors were masters of their craft. Their creations truly embodied the wisdom of heaven and earth. All right, enough teasing. Let's be serious. If it weren't for you, today would have been a disaster. I mean it. Thank you. Truly.
That was slick. Only you could pull that off. I've got to admit, you've outshone me.
Huh? You look pale. You didn't get hurt, did you?
Little minion, say something. Break free from the...
The second sign has stirred, which means the prophecy is already in motion. Jiliu, what exactly are you after?
The second symbol, Thor. Essence to embrace, facade to renounce, disbandment for the whole. A marsh dries for the mountain's sake. One loss to preserve the whole. You will take shelter deep in the mountains, compromising the outer peaks, drawing the sentinels of Juntian to their gates. It is a feint, nothing more. All we seek is that you draw the city guard away. Hold your ground a little longer, and they will fall back.
Spare me the prophecy talk. If the ending's already written, why should I care? Let me go.
There is no need to rush. It seems there is much we have misunderstood about one another. I regret what happened at the altar. You matter to me. There were things I could not control. But know this, you were never a pawn to be played and cast aside.
Then what is it you want?
In Huashu today, the gods avert their gaze from the living, and mortals have grown numb. You have seen what the 9 chapters of Dafeng have become. My aim is simple: to cast the gods down from their lofty thrones.
Cast down the god? You mean to kill?
Correct. But the power of the 9 chapters is without equal. No mortal means can oppose it. Unless I borrow the strength of one who wields a force unlike any other.
Resonance. So that's why you sought me out.
Indeed. I thought this ancient power was nothing more than a relic of half-forgotten legends. Until fate led me to you. You may not yet understand the true nature of resonance, a power to guide and to command. It was with this force that our ancestor Yan founded the 9 chapters, subduing the Filthoids and shaping them into the Loon Gods enforcers of order. That is why only a kindred power can wound Tai Hao. By your hand, Tai Hao was struck and the sentinels drawn away. And in the heart of that raging storm, we tore open a bridge wide enough to bring down the gods. You too have a place in this ending. Will you not hear the reward I offer? Hush. Listen. The wheels of fate are already turning. See now. All has been... Tai Hao lies wounded. Its defenses thinned. Now comes the decisive stroke. To breach the Taishu mausoleum with your power. Once the plan is in motion, there will be no turning back. The world itself will be overturned. Zhu, are you ready?
Since the day of my fall, long have I through moons, seasons and turning years have I endured. My resolve hath never wavered, nor doth it admit the shadow of doubt. Yet thou, thine heart is unquiet. Hath the bond of former days softened thy will?
Zhu, the covenant of souls we forged at the altar was never meant to grant your sight into my thoughts. And yet, perhaps there is some truth in what you say. I wonder how he fares in the mountains. He must despise me deeply by now. The resonance, once wielded by the founder of the 9 chapters, has returned to this land, born by a traveler from beyond. Does it not strike you as curious, Zhu, that something beyond design itself may be at work here? With time, all things shift, and the world has long forgotten why the gods exist at all. Should they one day learn that the deities they revere are but works of mortal hands, how would they feel, I wonder?
The sentiment of mortals toucheth not my heart. This alone I seek, to draw Tai Hao into the pyre, and quench the hatred that through unnumbered centuries hath burned without cease.
Our needs may differ, yet our paths match. Come. To the grave that fate has prepared for us. And today, we shall set right the false order that binds Hua Xu.
How do you fare?
Thank you. The headache's gone.
Forgive me. I was not here to watch over you. I have only just returned. Has Zhiliu's second prophecy already come to pass?
Yes. She used me as bait to lure the magistrates into raiding the outer peaks. Just as she foretold. But her true aim wasn't to destroy the outer peaks. It was to draw the magistrates and Bian away, creating an opening to act elsewhere.
I see. So that was the cause of the sudden withdrawal. At the time, I was in the city and beheld the great tremor from the heights of the Hall of Adjudication. The townsfolk stood frozen in dread. By the time I departed, order had been restored, yet none knew the truth of what had occurred. I must apologize. I tarried in the city on personal business. Had I returned but a little sooner.
There's no need to apologize, Fushu. You have matters of your own. As your friend, I only hope to see your wish fulfilled. But if ever you face something you cannot handle alone, promise me you will tell me. I will help in whatever way I can.
Your words I shall remember. I found a lead on breaking the hypnosis. Yet such matters are best spoken of when all are assembled. For now, before your strength is restored, pray take the air a while.
So, I'll be blunt. Is he leaving or not?
I swear on my honor, he is no spy from Xuanheng.
No spy? Then answer me this. The gate to the outer peaks have stood hidden for years, never once exposed. And the very moment he sets foot here, those wolves come sniffing.
I don't place my faith in guesswork. I believe only what I see. When the sentinels of Juntian struck, he stood with us to drive them back. That is what I saw.
And how can you be sure he was not faking that to win your trust? They left on their own. We didn't drive them off. The outer peaks are wide open now, and those curs could be back any time. And when they do, will you still have the strength to push them back? Jishu's ended up like this because of people like you. Always giving ground, always backing off. Back during the Battle of Shuli, they dragged our name through the mud and no one spoke up. Those treacherous dogs from Shuanghang tore our ranks apart, and when they tried to stamp out our arts, we still kept our heads down. Now our kin either bow and scrape to the Ministry of Works, or hole up in these dark mountains. Who even remembers we once stood as one of Huashu's great pillars, equal to Xuanhang?
Enough. Xu Hong, I get it. All you care about is our sect and keeping the outer peak safe. There's something I believe even more. Cherish alike the light and the shadow. Let heaven and earth share but one heart. To act with compassion, to love all without distinction. That's the very first lesson we were taught. He is my friend. And just moments ago, he saved our lives. If we turn our backs on him now, wouldn't that be the truest betrayal of the Jishu way?
You!
If you're here to talk me into sending him away, don't bother. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't allow it.
Su Yi?
What? You heard all...
We did.
Right. I was hoping you wouldn't. Truth is, some of the drifters think you exposed our base on purpose, that you're siding with the 9 chapters. But I've already set them straight. They won't be giving you trouble again. Don't take it to heart. They were harsh, but it's fear talking. The outer peaks? It's all we've got left.
Thanks, but they weren't wrong about everything. The Sentinels did come here because of me.
What?
Jiliu tampered with me. Left a mark that led the 9 chapters straight to this place. She told me herself in her second prophecy. That's why I can't stay.
But that's not your fault. You didn't know. Let me think. There's got to be another way.
It's all right, Su Yi. I'm grateful for your kindness. But the Outer Peaks has just been hit, and you've got far more urgent matters on your hands. I've got my own problems to deal with. I need to find Shiliu before the third omen comes to pass. We'll meet again. Until then, take care. All right?
Then it's a promise. We'll meet again, both in one piece. Oh, and Kujo's gone off somewhere. Probably brooding after that blazing row with Yumin. Go find him and take him with you. He keeps saying he owes you his life. And trust me, he'll stand by you to the end. There's chaos brewing in the city. You'll need all the help you can get. And that big lug's worth having if there's a fight. Oh, and another thing. No more head patting. In Huashu, only elders can pat the younger ones' heads. Only my aunt's ever done that to me. What? How dare you? Since Kejil's your swan brother, you have to call me great auntie too. Hear that? Say it.
There's the Su Yi I know. Good to see you smiling again.
All right. I need to check the damage, hand out some medicine, and later fix the base's mechanisms. Once you found Kejil, come back so we can put our heads together and plan our next move. I can't fight beside you this time, but I can at least give you the intel you'll need.
You go on ahead, little minion. I'm staying here.
Wow. Never thought I'd hear that. You're not coming with me?
I just want to hear more about everything they were yelling about. Zhuanheng, Jishu, the Battle of Shuli, all of it. What's wrong with being curious? My brain's buzzing.
Sure you are. You're just looking for an excuse to slack off, aren't you?
It's not like that at all. Just go find Kejil already before he slips off again.
You're here. Figured I'd loosen up with a bit of sword practice, but something's been off all night. Guess my head's too crammed with stray thoughts. Even the blade feels sulky about it.
You okay, Kejo? You're usually all easy grins. Didn't think I'd see you weighed down like this.
Used to be I'd laugh at folks who got all mushy in the dead of night. Now look at me. Can't stop my mind from drifting back. I used to train here. First with twigs, then a wooden sword, and finally the real thing. Yuming and Buxia would be standing right where you are now. Yuming with that stern face, correcting my every swing. And Buxia... that girl was like a squirrel, always bouncing, cheering me on whenever I pulled off a good move. Now it's just one troubled soul soaking in all this fine moonlight. Bit of a waste, huh?
Buxia. Yuming mentioned that name when you two were arguing earlier. Who was she?
Our Shimei. Little junior apprentice. We found her wandering, homeless, down at Mist Wharf and took her in. She's... not with us anymore.
What happened?
She paid the price for freedom. Ironic, isn't it? We drifters spend our lives chasing it with everything we've got. And in the end, that same freedom took hers away. You probably know this. In Huashi, from the day you're born, the 9 chapters have you bound. No fighting. No training with weapons. No defiance. And heaven finds you if you so much as disrespect the Lung Gods. So if you want real freedom, you've got to break those chains. That's been the Drifter's creed since day one. Five years ago, we built the Tianluo Veil, a device to shut out the 9 chapters' hold. At last, we'd done it. Everyone in the Outer Peaks was over the moon, feast after feast, and you couldn't walk 5 steps without the smell of grilled meat clinging to your clothes. But we missed one truth. The 9 chapters didn't just punish those who broke the rules. They also kept deterioration at bay.
Wait. You mean...
Exactly what you're thinking. We'd lived in peace too long. To outsiders, deterioration is a living nightmare. But here in Huashi, it was just a word in dusty old books. Under the 9 chapters' sway, the afflicted would change straight into Beyond, the realm's enforcers of law. But when we shut the chapters out, the monsters came back. Buxia was on the brink of adulthood. The night before her coming of age, she turned into a mindless, raging filthoid and tore through our base. Many died, our Shifu among them. She'd complained of headaches, but we brushed it off. Just a cold, we thought. A martial artist's body can take worse. Only Yu Ming worried enough to slip into town alone for medicine. He asked me to stay and watch her, but I didn't. I heard there was a traveling circus in town, so off I went. I mean, what's babysitting compared to a street show?
And then what happened?
Hours later, I came back to the Outer Peaks, and there was blood everywhere. Yu Ming stood right in the middle. The sight turned my stomach. I'll never forget it. He'd killed her himself. The girl we'd raised like a little sister. The medicine he'd gone to such lengths to get lay spilled across the ground, steeped in her blood. From that day, he barely smiled. Spoke less and less. Then, one night under the full moon, he was gone. When we met again, he was already a magistrate of Yingtian. I don't know what deal he made with the Argent Lung, but I do know my Shisyung, the big brother who'd stay after lessons to fix my sword for him, who'd sneak me out for osmanthus cakes, is never coming back. Haven't watched a street show since. Truth is, I knew he was right. When he asked me, what comes after tearing things down? I had no answer then. I've none now. All these years, I've lived with regret. If we'd been there for her that day, or, looking further back, if we'd never shut out the 9 chapters in the first place, would it all have been different? We chased freedom headlong, blind to the price. Tell me, were we wrong from the start?
Kejo, I've lost a dear friend to deterioration too. I know what it feels like. But this wasn't your fault. And it wasn't the 9 chapters either. The blame lies with deterioration, and nothing else. So don't carry it like it's yours. Even if the 9 chapters had stopped it, Buxia would have turned into a Bian. Mindless, soulless, cut off from everyone she loved. That's no kind of life. Right and wrong aren't always clear. But one thing is, wanting to protect others is never wrong. My life used to be simple. Bait the hook, the fish bites. Pull the trigger, the hair falls. Everything had rules I could read at a glance. But after I left home, I found the world far messier than I thought. Things rarely go the way you expect. I once knew a doctor who strove to save lives. He failed. In the end, he had to kill the very patients he meant to save, and lost his own life for it. I heard of a boy chasing his childhood dream, but the choices he made to reach it left him past saving. He became a monster, trapped in a grotesque shell. These past days have shown me how fickle fate can be. Even with different choices, the ending might be no better than now. So instead of mourning the past, I'd rather look to what can still be done. Like how we'll defend these people if deterioration comes again. But whatever you do, don't stop. Keep moving forward. Standing still changes nothing.
Don't stop. You're right. Sitting here wallowing won't change a thing. The past's out of reach. But the future? That's still mine to chase. All right. We've been out here long enough. My great-aunt won't say it, but I'll bet she's worried sick. Let's get back before the old lady paces a hole through the floor. What's with the long faces? Still hung up on what happened just now? Come on, with all those magistrates storming in, we held out a good half hour. I'd call that a draw with the Argent Lung.
Hung up? Not me. I've been here the whole time, tallying the damage and patching up mecha puppets. No time to go sobbing in the woods like a certain someone I could name. Feeling better now? We can't have a crybaby slowing us down.
Much obliged for the concern, great aunt. He knocked some sense into me. Now I've got an answer for you, Ming. Who says we have to lean on the 9 chapters to keep us safe? I can't tackle every case of deterioration on my own. But if 10, 100 of us fought side by side, we could bring down a deteriorator or 2. Easy. With enough hands on the hilt, we can turn the tide. Ziliu scored a few rounds in us, sure. But next bout, we flip the board. Whatever she's plotting, we'll cut straight through it.
That's the spirit. But spirit alone won't. I say the outer peaks should put their weight behind him. Once he cracks Ziliu's 3rd prophecy, we can rethink our plan. Oh, and did you find anything on your end, Miss Fushu?
I've discerned the whereabouts of the last heir to the Wuchongzhang sect. Now in seclusion in Jialan village, west of Haojing.
Jiaolan village. How convenient. Looks like we've just found ourselves a local guide.
Huh? Don't tell me that's your hometown, Kajou.
Haven't been back in years. I never thought I'd return for a reason like this. Still, maybe it's about time.
Our intel says the magistrates who were after you pulled back after the tremor at the Hall of Adjudication. You should be able to slip in quietly. The perfect chance for a covert investigation.
Good. Once you're all set, we move. Been away for decades. And the saplings by the gate have shot up so tall. Back then, I'd be scrambling up and down them all day. Staging cricket battles with the other kids, poking the geese just to see them flap, then legging it for my life when they came after me. Wonder if anyone here would...
I've only confirmed that a descendant of the Wuchongzhang sect resides in this village. Their exact identity remains unclear.
Truth be told, I've no clue either. Best start asking around. Good luck.
Why else? Wouldn't it be quicker if...
Hey there. Ever heard any stories about the Wuchongzhang sect?
No. Papa says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Are you strangers?
We've been chatting for a bit already. That makes us friends, not strangers. So, where's your papa now?
He went out earlier to chop wood. If you've got questions, ask Mama. She's over there drying incense.
You asked? You're the local here. Don't tell me you're shirking again.
Not this time.
Excuse me. Do you happen to know if there's a Wuchongzhang sect recluse living in this village?
Wuchongzhang? Can't say I've heard of that. Though we do have a few teachers here good with numbers and divination.
We're looking for the type who might fiddle with coins and tortoise shells for augury. Does that ring a bell?
Kazhou!
Hey, Sister Xiangyun. Have you been? How's the family? Your boy's gotten tall?
Go home and do your homework now. Don't go picking up bad habits from the likes of this man. I have nothing to say to you lot. Criminals get. Don't bring your bad luck into our village.
Why'd she turn all frosty the second she saw you?
Who knows? Maybe it's because I spent half my childhood chasing her chickens around. Ugh. Sniffing around like this won't get us far. Let's go straight to the village chief. Hi, Uncle Lee. It's me. Mind if I ask you something?
Kuzhou, you've grown. Shoulders broadened too. After all these years, you finally come home.
Just here in business. Need to ask something for a friend. We'll be gone before you know it.
That's not what I meant. Never mind. What do you need?
Do you know of a Wuchongzhang sect recluse living here?
You mean Hermit Jingyuan? Across the broken bridge, near the cliff edge.
Oh, That's the one patch I always steered clear of. I was a real rascal as a kid. Scaled every wall, nicked every loose tile, turned the entire village inside out. Except that spot. Every time I went near it, I'd blank out and end up nose down by a stump. If that's Wuchongzang turf, well, that explains it. Thanks, Uncle Lee. We'll get out of your hair.
Wait.
What is it, Uncle Lee?
After we drove your family out, I've carried that guilt ever since. How have you been all these years?
Don't fret over that. I'm doing fine. Eating well, sleeping sound, living free. My old man's got a big heart. He wouldn't hold a grudge either.
Your father was a good man. A real shame. And I still regret not standing up for your family back then.
Hey, don't say that. You helped us a lot. Brought food and water. Did what you could. My mom and I have only ever been grateful. Dwelling too much in the past will only steal your years away. Take it easy, Uncle Lee. And save me a seat at your 100th birthday celebration. Right. Now we really do have to go. Next time I drop by, I hope to see you still full of beans.
At last, you have come. Since the first light of dawn, I have kept my vigil beneath this parasol tree.
You knew we'd come.
The Wuchongzang sect takes pride in reading the weave of fate through the arcane arts. It is folly for mortals to pry into the impermanence of destiny. Yet in such humble divinations, my aim has seldom strayed. But allow me to name myself. I am Hermit Jingyuan, current master of the sect. My wayward disciple, Zhiliu, is in your debt.
For real? You can see everything coming? Then can you guess why we're here?
Be at ease. The hex upon your friend, I shall soon unbind it. And when that is done, all that was veiled shall return to his memory. Yet before we begin, might I ask you to hear a tale?
How long are we going to be stuck here?
The grown-ups will find a way out. Don't fret, child. What you need now is rest. Save your strength.
It's so quiet. What if we never get out? Will everyone out there forget about us?
Dwell too long on such thoughts, and the hours will drag on without end. Like someone who's grown used to the shelter of an eave, and when it finally falls into disrepair, can only stand there lost as the rain comes pouring in. Better to see it differently. This taste of rain. How often does one find such a thing in daily life? Savor it. When we're rescued, it will make quite the tale.
Looking back, that cave-in may well have been the first omen of the scourge of Zhuying. It was misfortune to be trapped, yet with someone so warm, so unfailingly positive beside me, the days felt less unbearable. I thought then, perhaps this will be a memory I'd carry all my life. But with each passing day, hunger bit deeper. After so long without food, I had no strength left, even to think.
So hungry. When will help ever come?
This cave is so remote. Even if they realize we're missing, who knows how many days it will take for a rescue party to reach us.
Oh, what if by then our bones have already gone cold? Wait, the 9 chapters of Dafeng. Lord Argent will watch over their people. Won't they?
But the magistrates of Yingtian are there to punish the wicked. Would they truly come for the stranded?
Blast it! So if we starve to death here, we're just another tally in some calamity log. Is that it?
Are you out of your mind?
What are you doing?
Heaven preserve us! Killing is forbidden by the admonitions! How dare you!
I couldn't care less about the admonitions. All I see is fresh meat.
Aren't you afraid the 9 chapters will punish you?
The magistrates don't see everything. And I can always go to the drifters, can't I? Worst case, I'll steal a ship and make for foreign shores. But first, I need to fill my belly. I won't rot away here like the rest of you.
You can't!
Could this be the end? I didn't want to yield to fate. Yet hunger had left me too weak to lift even a finger. All I could do now was close my eyes, so I wouldn't have to watch my own death.
Let her go!
Murder!
Back then, I imagined every possible end. To starve where I lay, or to be struck down by the frenzied, screaming adults. But what I had never foreseen was the blaze of sunlight. The magistrates of Yintian descended like gods. Yes, we were rescued. The enforcers of the 9 chapters tore away the rockfall and let the sun pour in. Least of all did I expect that they had not come for our cries of despair. They had come for the man who brought admonitions. Yes, they had come to execute the hero who had just saved my life.
Though your husband's deed was noble, the taking of a life is punishable by death. Such is the unbending law of the 9 chapters. My condolences.
Papa was a hero. Why should we be sad? I'm proud to have a father like him.
Thank you for all you've done. But is it true his name may not be carved upon the tombstone?
I am sorry. Those condemned by the heaven may not bear their names upon a grave. It has been so since ancient times.
I understand. We will leave the village soon, but please, tend to his grave when you can. Do not let the weeds claim it.
It shall be done.
Who'd have thought Kerming, always so proper, would go and break the 9 chapters' worst law, taking a life?
Our village has always been filled with law-abiding folk. And now, a criminal among us? What a disgrace. Cast them out. The whole family.
He wasn't a criminal. He was a hero. He saved me.
A hero? That's the last thing we need in Huashu. We have the 9 chapters, the magistrates, the Bian. Why would anyone need a hero when we have them?
But what if the magistrates come too late? What if there's no one there to help me?
Too late. Impossible. And if it did happen, it would simply be bad luck. That's no excuse for breaking the admonitions.
He once told me that walking out into the rain could offer a new way of seeing the world. I tried, but all I felt was the cold cutting through me, swallowing everything else. That day, I wandered aimlessly beneath the downpour. Was this all the attacker's fault? A tragedy born of the 9 chapters? Or, as they claimed, nothing more than bad luck? No, it was none of those things, I began to realize. It was those sheltered by their eaves. They had forgotten what it was to be drenched by the rain. They had grown soft, indifferent, no longer able to tell right from wrong, no longer able to defend themselves. They had been sheltered too long, and that must end.
The girl in your story.
Indeed.
So she never forgot him. The girl my old man saved kept that memory close all these years. If he'd known one act of courage would stir up such chaos a decade later, he'd be jumping out of his skin. Even down there.
I have long since withdrawn from the world. It is not my place to weigh my disciples' rights or wrongs. I can lift the hex upon you. When you are ready, speak to me.
The last seal. It's giving way. Soon the truth of everything will come to light. Jiliu, when you chose this path, what were you thinking?
I must apologize for entangling you in this.
Bit late for that, don't you think?
You're right. I must admit, from the moment I recognized your gift, I have woven my designs to secure your journey to Huaxu, to bend their power to my purpose. You bear a rare strength, and with it, you were never destined for a life of peace. Your foes will not relent. Thorns will crowd your road.
That's my problem.
It was never my intent to make your road harder. On the contrary, I would offer you recompense. Do you despise me? Do you take my offer for mere hypocrisy? Whatever you feel towards me, I can only hope this final divination may serve as a small reparation. The third symbol, upheaval. The mighty changes with the tiger's resolve, yet darkness falls from heavens. A mausoleum hangs in the void. The constellations yield to a new sovereign. At the heart of the 9 chapters stands the Taishu Mausoleum, suspended far above the Hall of Adjudication. That is where it all began. To kill a god is no simple feat. Mortal hands were never meant to touch the divine. Even in weakness, Taihao's power flows on without end, and the gulf between god and mortal remains as vast as heaven and earth. Only a god can strike down a god. That is why, upon the altar, I forged a covenant of souls with Zhu Ying. Life bound to life, death to death. It was a gambit that could not be allowed to fail. The covenant is among the oldest rites known. As High Chancellor of Longyuan, the 9 chapters gave me both the authority and the means to bear one. From that moment, my life was inextricably bound to Zhu Ying's. Long years of sealing have weakened him. My next act will be to offer myself upon the mausoleum, to restore and feed Zhu Ying's strength. Let the 2 gods clash, consume one another, and fall together into ruin. That is the only solution I can foresee. Your part in this is simple. When both are spent, kill me. End it all. Only then will the 9 chapters fall.
Kill you?
Exactly. The death of one soul-bound partner ends the other. That is the price of the covenant. Taihao and Zhu Ying share the same origin. Neither can truly unmake the other. Only the backlash of the covenant, through my death, can be shared by them both and bring this to an end. In their prime, gods might have withstood such a blow, but drained, perhaps not. And you will gain fame, influence, power. Huaxu has known divine protection for nearly a millennium. When the Loon gods fall, the land will be left without a leader. Someone must rise to rally the people, to bind their hearts together once more. That hero. A hero's name carries weight beyond measure. Is there not reparation enough?
You're wrong about one thing, Chiliu. Yes, I'm mad that you used me, forced me. But that doesn't mean I'd ever... When we first met, you asked me what was worth risking one's life for. You clearly fear death. Yet now you speak of offering your own life as if it were nothing. Why?
That was idle talk. I never thought you'd take it to heart. To reach the ending I seek, such a sacrifice is necessary. Whether I will it or not, there is no other path. If I do not give my life, Tai Hao and Zhu Ying will spiral beyond control, dragging Hua Xu into chaos. I can entrust this final act to no one but you. Whatever consequences, whatever blame follows, I will bear them alone. That should be fair.
The stench of Zhu Yin. Who dares allow such filth to profane this sacred ground?
The rite has yet to begin. Jiliu, why do you stand here now?
Why ask what you already know? You and I both know my purpose. I am here to bring the 9 chapters of Dafeng to their end.
The audacity! Do you grasp the enormity of your crime?
Jiliu, we once placed in you our highest hopes. The honor and might of the High Chancellor of Lungyuan are not gifts to be squandered.
Rest assured, before I set foot here, I had already accepted the price, even if it be my life, to bear the pillars of the realm and to bring succor to all people. Such is the charge of the High Chancellor of Longyuan. And even at the cost of my life, I shall not repent.
You...
Would you make yourself a sinner for all eternity?
The grace of heaven and the ordinances wrought by your forebears. Would you,
If Tai Hao were to fall, the order we have built over the ages would crumble in an instant. Ziliu, what drove you to such flagrant defiance?
What? Indeed. The people of Hua Xu have long grown used to entrusting all to the gods. They have laid down their weapons and chose not to defend themselves with their own hands.
Please, Miss Jiliu, this is wrong.
They shut eyes and ears, heeding only the voice of the 9 chapters.
To serve the 9 chapters now, it is my chance to atone.
They have stifled their own judgment, surrendering the measure of right and wrong to divine decree. Yet, can the deities truly shield Hua Xu for all time? The scourge of Zhu Ying descended, and not even Tai Hao could stay its course. Does this not portend the waning of the 9 chapters? Look, upon the far reaches of the continent, the war between the Empire and the Elysian Church has stretched across a millennium. When the 9 chapters fail at last, when the gods extend no more shelter, how shall the people of Hua Xu stand apart from a maelstrom of strife? Should the 9 chapters' power one day run dry, how will people measure the world then with their own eyes? How will they live, fight, discern good from evil, and restore order?
Folly! With the narrow vision of the commoner, how could they bear the weight of the grand design?
within a glacier. How can you be sure you're not one of those commoners you so readily scorn?
Have you truly reckoned with the consequences? Can you bear them alone?
I have, and I can.
Such selfishness. You could play out your drama, then close your eyes and leave the rest to ruin. But when the 9th chapter's shelter is gone, what will become of the people left behind?
Humanity is not as fragile as you think. When the god is gone, they will relearn how to face deterioration. And with it, war, suffering, and sin. Haven't you witnessed those drifters who willingly stand beyond the 9 chapters and shielded themselves through their art? The process may bring pain, even sacrifice. Yet such trials are the necessary price of their healing and growth. Only when the rot is cut away can life find a new path.
An impressive design. Zhiliu, in all the ages, you are the first to pose a true threat to the core. When we chose you as High Chancellor of Longyuan, it was for your brilliance, though I never imagined.
I never had the chance to thank you for that appointment. I suppose now will do.
You and I are wise enough to speak plainly. I will not, like those fools, waste my breath railing at you over some phantom notion of moral duty. Morality is but a shackle for the mediocre. And the so-called Long Gods merely constructs wrought of the void. That it is we who truly command the 9 chapters. Generations who gave their very bodies, the finest of every age, fused into the core's common will. By that will, Ziyu, I extend to you our sincerest. If you have proven your resolve and your genius, I could welcome you into us, the core, where by your will alone you could reshape Hua. What say you? Does the offer please you?
You bargain more wisely than the others. Yet still, no.
Why? Whatever you seek, to lead the people or to reshape Hua Xu, this power would make it so.
Then you have mistaken one thing. I have never sought to become a god. There should be no more gods in Hua Xu.
Turn back now, before it is too late.
Stop! You must go no further.
Would you truly see the grand design of millennia end by your hand?
Ziliu, is your mind truly set? so ardently seek death, do not blame us, showing no mercy to presume to stand alone against the 9 chapters of Darklight. Foolish. Utterly foolish.
Cease this, Zhenyu. You are a wise soul. Why incite a struggle where none shall prevail?
Stubborn fool.
Soon, all of this will be over.
Hexagram unfolding. Stratagem sword crescendos. Fortune's edge. Fortune's path is none. Hexagram unfolding. Fortune's edge. Fortune's edge. Hexagram unfolding. Resistance is sheer folly. It seems your resolve is in shape. From this day forth, justice will be restored to the people of Huashu. They will bear courage in their hearts, justice in their deeds, and fear neither evil nor disaster. They will be their own masters.
Do you not wish to see such a future?
I know Jiliu's entire plan now.
Little minion, tell me this isn't about those two giant loons above our heads!
We can still stop her. Listen, here's what's happening.
Are you saying the 9 chapters of Dafeng are on the brink of collapse?
A mind that dazzles, a courage that courts ruin, and a will harsher on herself than any foe. After all these years, she has not changed in the least.
Hey, this isn't the time to get sentimental. Tell me there's still a way to stop her.
Had Julian not been sealed, perhaps a path might yet remain. But now, I fear there is none.
Even the faintest sliver of hope might do. Please tell me.
Then we must begin with the origins of the 9 chapters. How much do you know of their inner workings? Though now shrouded in divinity, the 9 chapters were at their heart a vast magical rite wrought by mortal hands upon this land. Born of mortal craft, they were inscribed from the first with laws and covenants. Bi'an, the magistrates of Yingtian, even Taihao and Zhuyin, all are bound by these rules. Yang, founder of Xuanheng, and Ju, founder of Jishu, each gave their life in offering, fusing thought and will into the 9 chapters core, becoming the first spirits of Taihao and Zhuyin. In ages past, the Long God stood not aloof above the clouds, nor apart from mortals. The people of Huaxu could ascend the Hall of Adjudication to dispute law and verdict with the gods themselves, fearing the right might in time stray from its purpose. Yang and Ju forged the Jade of Equilibrium, sundered it in twain, one half kept by each sect. At the summit of the Taishu Mausoleum, if the 2 sundered halves of the Jade are made whole once more, the path to the 9 chapters core will open, and the ancient rite may be restored to its first state.
Restored to its first state? Then we could halt Jiliu's sacrificial rite, couldn't we?
Far more than that. The 9 chapters began to grow rigid when, after the Battle of Shuli, the Xuanheng sect acted alone and sealed Zhuyin. Thus was the balance of heart and principle undone. Taihao became the embodiment of absolute order, speaking solely in the tongue of statutes, deaf to the voices of the people. Bereft of reason, Zhuyin was driven by unending wrath, bringing ruin time and again. Hence the endless scourge of Zhuyin. If all were returned to the origin, this deadlock might yet be stirred anew. Yet in the Battle of Shuli, the Jishu sect's half of the Jade vanished without a trace, and with it, the soul key was lost.
2 halves. Hermit Jingyuan, this Jade, what does it look like? Could it be rather like this?
Do my eyes deceive me? You have found it. This very morning I cast a divination. Restoration brings fortune, the Lord declared. I wondered whence it might come. Now I see. It lies with you, for those who bear true goodwill. Such a gift is not sought, but bestowed by heaven. This stalemate is yours to break.
All right. Setting aside the fancy words I don't catch, we grab this golden ticket, storm that mausoleum, and stop Zilio. That about right? Time's against us. Let's move.
Help! Lord Argent, shelter us within your grace.
Grandpa, I've been good. Why does the big white wolf want to eat me?
Sweetheart, this is Lord Argent's test for us. Only with a steadfast heart can we endure this calamity.
Run, father! My baby! The whole city is in chaos! Argent and Sable Beyond are attacking everyone! And you are still praying? There's no one left to protect us. Take her and run!
Silence! No disrespect to the Bian. Lord Argent, forgive the child's heedless tongue.
Move!
Breaker mode. Engage. Hey there. Are you alright?
Thank you, miss. I'm fine.
My baby! Thank heaven you're safe!
Didn't expect the city to be in such chaos already. Good thing we got here when we did.
Miss, were you sent by heaven to save us?
Heaven? You're mistaken. We're...
Get away from her! I know you're kind. You're drifters. Nothing good ever comes of crossing paths with your lot. You blasphemous! Unhand my granddaughter now!
Father, for heaven's sake! This isn't the time! Please shut up!
Our lot? Huh. You might have that backwards. We blasphemers just saved your life. As for the god you pray to, who knows where they are now?
Everything's coming undone. The very sky of Huashu is about to come crashing down. Help! Please, anyone!
Who? Save your breath. Right now, saving more lives matters most.
Got it. Let's move.
Good work. Finish it, Type 3. all my parts, right? Focus fire. Still got all my parts, right? Still got all my parts, right?
We've driven off these beyond for now, but the next wave could strike at any moment. What in the world has happened to the 9 chapters?
Once we regroup, the truth will come to light. Let's have faith. Together we can end this crisis. Speak of the devil. Looks like they're bound for the Hall of Adjudication. Let's go lend them our strength.
What about the folks here?
Do not worry, I've made provisions. Sun Yu, Zhao Cheng, you remain here to guard against any more rampaging Bi'an that break into the area. Also, help me hand out the spare weapons we brought, so the townsfolk can defend themselves.
You mean arm them and have them fight? Would that really work?
Even if they had the strength, they have lived their whole lives under the 9 chapter strictures. They'd sooner never lay a hand on a weapon.
More likely we'll earn nothing but cold stares for our trouble. Sister Yi, do we really have to do this?
You never know unless you try. Giving up without even trying? That's not the Drifter's way.
If you insist.
To take up arms is to violate their admonitions. I shouldn't be doing this.
What is this ill-omen thing? Take it away!
Good work, Feng Type 3.
I've never killed anything.
We've asked all around. No one's willing to take these weapons. Sister Yi, perhaps we shouldn't pin our hopes on these folks.
Do not be so quick to judge. Had our forebears deemed a single failed trial the end, they'd never have forged such wondrous machines.
You still won't give up on them?
Your attention, everyone! The 9 chapters are in turmoil. Huaxu faces an upheaval like never before. The Bi'an can no longer protect you. They may even threaten your lives. We must soon move to another battlefield. We cannot stay to shield you. Until this crisis ends, only you can take responsibility for your own lives. Yes, the 9 chapters teach us not to harm or kill. Yet, they never forbade you to raise a weapon in defense of your homes. Right and wrong are not decided by doctrine alone. You must also trust the judgment of your own heart. Ask yourselves to take up arms to protect your loved ones. Is that truly a crime?
I'll take one. Thank you.
You're the mother from earlier.
You saved my daughter. I've yet to thank you. If anything had happened to her, I'd live the rest of my life in regret. Even should heaven's punishment come later. In this moment, I must protect her. How could I entrust my family's lives entirely to others?
Well said. Here, you can take this one. My Shifu forged this crossbow himself. Pull the trigger and it loosed a volley of bolts. A handy piece. Very easy to use.
Then, may I take one as well?
I've the muscle for a fighter. How could I watch others battle while I cower behind? Lad, give me a big one.
How are things here? We're apprentices from Zesheng Pharmacy. If you see any wounded, bring them over to us. We will do all in our power to save every life.
With Zesheng Pharmacy's trainees here, we needn't fear getting hurt. Now we can give it our best shot.
My hero, you must have more urgent matters to attend. Go. We'll have things covered here.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Then we'll be on our way. Don't worry. We'll do everything we can to end this chaos and bring back peace. When it's done, we'll return to you with good news.
Whoa! Big wolves everywhere! The whole city's gone wild! I've never seen anything like this before!
We've got to stop this. You lead, I'll cover the rear. Let's carve us a path through.
What about the civilians?
We'll protect them.
Great aunt! Perfect timing!
Don't underestimate me. Nothing in this city escapes my eyes. The moment I heard of the unrest, I tied up the loose ends at the outer peaks, came straight here. Do what you must. I'll see to things here.
Then, little minion, let's get moving!
Wait. Forgive me. But from here, I can go no further by your side. If the 9 chapters are truly about to collapse, there's something I must fulfill before all is set beyond change. Thank you.
Let's finish this, once and for all.
As if the world's ending. I have a really bad feeling about this.
We must move faster. We can still make it in time. statues along the way are all shattered. Jiryu must be just ahead.
Shiseong, are you here to bar our way again? Aye. Duty calls, huh? You're bound to guard the 9 chapters core. I get it. No need to say more. Go on ahead. Don't waste time here.
All right.
Draw your blade, Shiseong. Holding you here is my duty too. I wavered before, but not anymore. That question you asked me, now I have my answer. Who says you must choose between tearing things down and holding things together? I'll do both. And who says a man must fight only for others? If everyone took up arms in self-defense and stood as one, forget deterioration. Nothing could withstand us. I'll prove such a future can be made real.
One strike. Straight to the heart.
That's not why I came.
Even now, you still cling to that sweet, naive idea.
Jiryu, you said I had no choice. But you were wrong. I came here to show you that humanity can carve its own path.
The power of resonance.
Intruder, can you withstand heaven's wrath?
Light slash! Vanish! Light slash! Light slash! Vanish!
away from my little girl!
Ha! Bet my deeds today will make the front page of the
Focus. Another bandage here. Not a single wounded will go untended.
The Bian are flooding towards us. How can there be so many?
Hold on a little longer. He's still up there fighting for us. We're almost through this.
What is this place? That you could achieve such a feat. I had not foreseen it. From our very first meeting, I discerned in you the makings of greatness. Yet all you have wrought since has outstripped even my boldest reckonings.
Well then, Proprietress Shiliu. Ready at last to hear my 2 cents?
A gamble lost. I concede. To breach my covenant with Druing through resonance. To channel the sacrificial rites energy into yourself. All to seize a fleeting chance to wield the jade of equilibrium. Such daring resolve could only be yours.
Actually, back then at the top of the Hall of Adjudication, when I unexpectedly withstood Taihao's blow, or even earlier, when I managed to harm Du Yin, I was completely taken aback. Crossing blades with a deity was something I'd never even dared to imagine. Is it because the power of resonance shares the same origin as that of the founder of the 9 chapters?
Correct. From its inception, the 9 chapters was a formation laid to amplify the power of Yang. The empowerment of this art is sufficient to allow you to touch the divine. But this alone is insufficient. The Jishu sect's missing half of the jade. Where did you find it?
When the Outer Peaks came under attack, a drifter led me to the hidden depths beneath the labyrinth of Yanyin, searching for a fix. There, I found it.
The very prize I sought for years, buried away there. Perhaps it's for the best. My heart was long set on ruin. Better such a relic rest in your hands.
We'll speak later, Proprietress Shiliu. There's someone waiting for us ahead.
All things bear the yin, and embrace the yang. From their union is wrought the concord. Fill a vessel. The heart is the essence that maketh us human. To honor mankind is to honor this wellspring. Should Huashu dream of peace unbroken through the ages, how may the heart be set aside? The root overthrown.
The human heart is as a river in its flow. Without the bounds of right principle, it overflows. Law must be as the riverbank, to guide the heart's course, yet never deny its source.
When heart and principle stand in balance, then arises the Tao.
Abiding in the Tao, the sage governs as water flows, does not contend, and yet answers. Does not speak, and yet corrects. Now, what do you discern in these words?
Are you the ancient masters, Ju and Yang?
Eons have turned. So long did our will revolve that we near forgot ourselves, until your deed roused us to remembrance.
When the 9 chapters grow overbear, the people are enfeebled. When they fall, the people left in peril. To cast aside one pole and unbalance heart and principle is folly. Yet to sweep all away in ruin is no work of enlightened virtue. Julien, you have discerned the flaws of the 9 chapters, yet your hand has been too severe. Only they who discern the way of balance and harmony may be called truly wise.
Let the 9 chapters return to the purity of their first dawn, and accord with the will of the people. Will this not bring your desire to pass? Then both of you, place your hands in ours.
Well done! You did it! I knew you would. Lord Argent is waiting just ahead. It seems they have words for you.
Long ago, when deterioration spread unchecked, the forebears of Huashu, moved by compassion, wrought the 9 chapters of Dafeng to set heart and principle in balance, that gods and mortals might rule as one and Huashu know peace through the ages. Yet, when Zuyin was sealed, I alone held sway over the 9 chapters. In time, I forgot heaven's harm, set divine chastisement in place of mercy, and wore the world in the cold strictures of the cold. Such is the weight of my transgression. Neither yin nor yang may endure alone. Too long have I walked in solitude, fortunate indeed. For you, with a heart as pure as a child, have pierced the veil of my delusion. Now that balance is restored, and Duyan returned to their place, we shall revive the ancient trial by disputation, where gods and mortals contend in law, and Huashu is ruled as one. Take this scale, a token for you to keep, should you ever be in need. Anywhere beneath Huashu's sky, I shall come to your aid with all my strength.
A mighty loon god in our debt. Now that feels pretty good. A reward worthy of the Demon King!
Our matter here is concluded. If you have no further cause,
You may go.
So much in just one day. I'd never have dreamed I'd live to see such scenes. Now we've got a mountain of work ahead. Old cases to dig up, each one to reassess. Those who broke the law for a just cause will be pardoned, but true wrongdoers, they'll face due punishment. And we kept our promise. Here we are, both in one piece.
That was beyond impressive. I always knew you had rare metal, but to face 2 lone gods alone and still hold your ground, that's the kind of brother any man would count himself lucky to have. Got my blood pumping too. We'll have to spar, proper, sometime.
Never did I imagine you capable of such a feat. Since pledging myself to the 9 chapters, I have been no more than thistledown in the wind, drifting where it willed, at times forced to deeds against my own heart. To my shame, I thought the 9 chapters' flaws an unchanging burden to endure. Never did I dream they might be set right.
Will you return to the Outer Peaks, you mean?
My thoughts are a knot. I will need time to unweave them, perhaps, when I have set them straight.
Will you walk with me a while? That is, if you would still have me for company.
Of all the places you could have gone after things calmed down, I didn't think you'd come here. You're going to his grave, aren't you?
So, my Shifu has already told you. How meddlesome of her. And yet, it was her meddling that allowed this turmoil to reach a clean resolution. Ever since that day, whenever the rain fell at night, I could not sleep. I would close my eyes, only to hear the endless drip of water in my ears. In those nightmares, I was always back in that cave, staring into the cold, unfeeling eyes of those people. And so I stopped trusting anyone. I chose to seize control of everything, to scheme and calculate each step, for I could only bear to face the truths I wished to see. Perhaps you still resent me. Had I trusted you more, would it be easier to meet your gaze now? Listen to me, drowning in useless what-ifs. And without even realizing it, we have arrived.
Jiliu, You're walking on eggshells around me. It's throwing me off. Don't worry, I stopped being angry a long time ago. If anything, I'm grateful. You gave me the chance to be a hero. Still, I didn't expect you to be so frank about it. I thought you'd be a little more at peace with yourself by now.
Had all gone as I planned, had I perished in that mausoleum, perhaps I would have been. I could have told myself with perfect certainty that when life itself is the wager, nothing else holds weight. But I never foresaw that I would survive. All thanks to you.
Jiliu, there's something else I want you to know. The human heart's complicated. Where there's weakness, there's also courage. Where there's darkness, there's also kindness. And there's always the chance for people to break free of so-called fate and careful plans and carve out a new path. So, try trusting others more, instead of carrying it all alone. Don't gamble with your life like that again. Treasure it, and live to see Huashu's future. Will you promise me?
You may have long since outgrown any need for my gratitude. But even so, thank you. Meeting you by chance in Ice Lake was, perhaps, the greatest grace fate ever granted me. We have arrived. Stay with me a while, as this incense burns in remembrance.